You know that soft war we wage when we don't dare say what we mean? The sighs, the delays, the maybe later that means never. The smile that hides a no, the yes that hopes to be rescued by circumstance. It's exhausting. Today is a training in clean boundaries, precise requests and refusals without drama, without guilt. We're not here to become hard or cold. We're here to become clear. A clean no is not a weapon. It's hygiene. It keeps relationships breathable. It ends the silent negotiations, the passive-aggressive theatre, the resentment ledger. And it begins with seeing not believing, seeing what you are at zero distance. From that ground, saying no stops feeling like betrayal and starts feeling like alignment. First, a reframe. The guilt you feel around boundaries doesn't come from caring too much. It comes from confusing care with control. You try to manage other people's weather so no one ever feels rain. That's a full-time job, and it always fails. What if care is telling the truth early, simply and kindly, then letting life move? We'll use 3 instruments: label and knower, surface the sentence that runs your guilt or aggression, rest as the knowing that sees it, mirror, face there, capacity here, stop asking other faces to finish yours. The clean, no, a short formula that you can use anywhere, text, meeting, kitchen table, no philosophy required, just checks you can perform. Let's start where boundaries collapse. In the invisible contract. You know, the one written in your head, never signed by the other person. Good friends answer immediately. A good child says yes to every parent request. A good colleague never declines overtime. You carry these lines like laws. When reality doesn't obey, you feel offended, then guilty for feeling offended, then aggressive for feeling guilty. Label and knower. Let the sentence float up in its exact words. Don't clean it, don't improve it. If I say no, they'll think I'm selfish. Dumb. If I don't help, I'm a bad friend. If I refuse, I'll be punished. See it as text appearing in awareness. Now check what's prior the sentence or the clear knowing that registers it. Rest as the knower for one slow breath. Notice how, from here, the sentence is weather, not law. You can act without obeying it. One breath is enough to choose precision over performance. Guilt will try one more trick. It will say, if I loved them, I'd do it. Careful. That's not love. That's leverage disguised as love. Real love includes your actual limits. If you must erase yourself to keep the bond is already broken. Bring mirror into the room. Stand before a mirror. Over there, your face age, history, hope, fatigue. Without moving, check what's here, at zero distance. Any face? Or open, edgeless capacity receiving the mirror, the room, the thought, I should do more, the thought, I can't. When you speak from this openness, you stop begging other faces to complete yours. You ask less for approval and offer more reality. From here we can practice the clean no. A clean no is short, present and specific. It doesn't litigate the past or prosecute the other. It doesn't over-explain. It doesn't apologize for existing. Here's a field-tested formula you can memorize. C-L-E-A-N, no, C. Check one breath. Label and knower. Name the sentence running the show. Rest as the knower. L. Locate the boundary. Name the limit or value you're honoring. Time, energy, money, priorities. E. Express it plainly. One sentence, current tense. No autobiography. A. Optional. Alternative. Offer what you can do. Another time. Smaller scope. Different channel. N. Neutral close. End cleanly. No nervous compliments. No maybe. No. Name next step. Own your choice. If needed, say what happens now and take responsibility for your part. That's it. You don't need reasons worthy of a courtroom. The existence of your boundary is sufficient reason. Explanations are for logistics, not for permission. Let's see it in real scenes. Work extra task Friday night. Check. Sentence. If I say no, I'll look uncommitted. Rest as knower. Locate. I protect deep work and rest to deliver on Monday. Express. I'm not available tonight. Alternative. I can review first thing Monday by 10. Neutral close. Let me know if that timeline works. Own. If your role requires escalation, add, if this must ship tonight, route to X. They're on call. Family. Can you host this weekend? Check. Sentence. If I refuse, I'm the difficult one. Locate. I need a quiet weekend to recover. Express. I'm not hosting this weekend. Alternative. Happy to book the restaurant for next Saturday. Neutral close. Tell me if that helps. Friend last minute borrow money. Check. Sentence. If I don't, I'm a bad friend. Locate. I don't lend money. It blurs the relationship. Express. I don't lend money. Alternative. I can help you find a short-term option. Neutral close. If you want me to make 2 calls, say so. Dating unwanted intimacy pressure. Check. Sentence. If I pause, I'll lose them. Locate. My pace is my safety. Express. I'm not available for that. Alternative. I'm happy to keep getting to know each other slowly. Neutral close. Silent smile or change of topic if they respect it. If not, end. This isn't a fit. I'm heading out. Notice 3 things. Present tense, no apology for existing, optional alternative, only if you genuinely want to offer it. The power of a clean no is brevity. Over-explaining is often a bid for permission. You don't need permission to honour your limits. But what about when the other person pushes? Guilt, flattery, threat. Create boundary stacking. Each push gets a shorter response. First push, restate boundary, plus alternative. Second push, restate boundary only. Third push, boundary, plus consequence, kind, concrete, enforceable. Fourth, enact consequence. Example, salesy acquaintance DM. Thanks, I'm not interested in coaching. If that changes, I'll reach out. Same answer, no coaching. Please remove me from your outreach list. Mute, block. If you can't enforce it, don't say it. Boundaries without enforcement train people to ignore you. Let's name the 5 classic boundary traps and the headless corrections. The soft war, saying yes while hoping for rescue. Label, if I say no, I'll lose love. Correction, CLEAN, no. You can't outsource your limits to fate. Speak them. Apology spiral, sorry, it's just that, if you don't mind. Label, my needs are an inconvenience. Correction, replace sorry with thank you where appropriate. Thanks for asking, I'm not available. Over-contextualizing, the novel-length explanation. Label, I must justify to be legitimate. Correction, 1 sentence is enough. Context belongs in planning, not permission. Boundary as revenge, no as punishment. Label, they owe me. Correction, you're not a court. Make the no about your lane, not their character. Boundary as disappearance, ghosting to avoid discomfort. Label, telling the truth is unsafe. Correction, minimal truth plus closure. This isn't a fit for me. I'm stepping back. Wishing you well. Bodies tell boundary truth before mouths do. Learn your boundary cues. Shallow breath, jaw tension, chest heat, micro resentment, of course. Time dilation when the phone lights up. Treat these as alarms, not as personal failures. When the alarm rings, pause one breath. Label the leading sentence. Rest as Noah. Name the smallest true boundary. If a full no feels too steep, set a micro boundary. Timeline, scope, channel. Speak in present tense. The longer you wait, the more drama you add. Let's add logistics without mystic practical moves that make clean no's likely. Boundary menu. Pre-write 5 to 7 phrases you actually like. Example, I'm not available for that. That's not something I do. I'm maxed for this week. I don't lend money. I'm not the right person, try X. I won't discuss this by text. No for now, revisit in a month. Copy to your notes. Train your mouth. Channels and windows. Decide when and where you respond. I answer non-urgent messages after 4 p.m. No voice notes over 60 seconds. Boundaries love calendars. Default alternative. Pick one generous alternative you can often offer without self-harm, e.g., happy to share my checklist, or 15 minutes next Thursday. Having one reduces guilt and keeps you honest. No by design. Use forms, autoresponders, and scheduling links that reflect reality. Currently not taking projects under X scope. Office hours, Tuesdays only. Remove temptation to overpromise. Repair protocol. When you blow a boundary and over-agree, fix it within 24 hours. I overcommitted yesterday. Here's what I can realistically do by Friday. The rest I can't take on. Now, how does mirror help mid-conversation? Right when the other person's face tightens, you'll want to tighten yours. Don't. Feel your feet. Without moving, sense the openness here. Keep their face there, your openness here, and speak from the space, not the squeeze. The sentence you seek is almost always shorter than you think. A note on compassion. Boundaries without compassion become control. Compassion without boundaries becomes collapse. The aim is firm kindness, warm eyes, clear lines. Tone matters. If your words are clean but your tone accuses, you're smuggling drama. Practice saying no as if you were delivering good news. Simple, calm, no edge. Let's test in tricky contexts. Manager asking, small favour that expands. You. I'm at capacity on A and B. I'm not available for C. Manager, it's really small. You. If C must ship this week, tell me which deliverable I should drop or redate. Manager, just squeeze it in. You. I don't do squeeze it degrades quality. Choose which item moves. You didn't accuse, you offered a trade aligned with reality. That's clean leadership upward. Parent using guilt. Parent. After all I've done for you, you can't come this weekend. You, breath. I'm not travelling this weekend. Parent. So your friends matter more than family? You. I won't discuss it that way. If you want to plan for next month, I'm in. If they persist, I'm ending this call now. We can speak when we're both calm. Friend who only calls in crisis. You. I love you. I'm not available for hour-long debriefs after 10 p.m. If you need urgent help, text 911 and I'll respond when I can. Otherwise, let's book a call. Colleague who takes credit. You. I'm not okay with my work being presented without attribution. Going forward, I'll add my name to deliverables and CC the team. Yourself over-giving reflex. You to self. I notice the old script. Say yes so they like you, not obeying it. Then send the clean no, celebrate the micro win, What about the aftermath, the ache after you say no? That's normal. It's the nervous system adjusting to honesty. Treat it like a gym soreness, not a moral verdict. Label the ache sentence, "You were harsh." Check your tone and words. If they were clean, do nothing. If you did add edge, repair. I agree with the boundary. I don't love how I said it. Here's the boundary again, more clearly. 2 advanced notes. Values versus rules. Boundaries anchored in values travel better than rule books. I protect focused time is easier to live than I never meet on Mondays. Use values to explain choices, not to beg permission. Consequence, hygiene. Not all boundaries need consequences. Many need only clarity. Reserve consequences for repeat patterns and make them specific and doable. If you continue shouting, I'll leave the room. Then actually leave. Let's knit practices into a single loop you can run in under 20 seconds. Label the leading sentence. They'll be angry, I'll lose them. Rest as Noah. 1 breath. Mirror. Feel the space here. Keep their face there. Speak the clean no. 1 sentence plus optional alternative. Close. Neutral finish. Stop talking. Run this loop before your fingers type the long justification. Clarity almost always needs fewer words than fear. Because we like mnemonics, here's another. Nope. Name the boundary. Offer. Optional alternative. Pause. Don't fill silence. Enforce if pushed. Silence is part of the medicine. When you drop a clean sentence, space will open. Let the space work. Nervous babble dilutes the dose. You may ask, isn't this selfish? It's the opposite. When you say yes without capacity, you give resentment dressed as virtue. That poisons trust. A clean no is care for the relationship because it keeps your yes honest. And what if the relationship dies when I set boundaries? Then the relationship was living on you, breaking yourself. Let it end. Something truer begins, either with them or without them. If you're leading a team or a family, institutionalize clarity. Norms visible. We don't DM for non-urgent tasks after hours. Consent checks. Do you have capacity for a quick request or should we schedule? Exit ramps. No is welcome. Suggest a scope that fits. Repair speed. Measure not by absence of conflict but by speed of repair after a messy moment. This is spiritual in the most ordinary way. You're not seeking a halo, you're removing static. When you stop pretending, life fits better. Card of the day. Clean no. 3 times today, when a request lands, email, text, voice, do this. Label the first sentence in your head. You must, you'll be bad, they'll be mad. Rest as Noah for 1 breath. Mirror face there, open capacity here. Say a 1-sentence boundary in present tense. Add 1 optional alternative only if you want it. Neutral close. Stop typing. Send. Small moments build the muscle. You'll feel cleaner, and so will your relationships. We'll close with the simplest check. Look at whatever is before you. Your hands, the room, the screen. Without moving, sense what's here at 0 distance. Can you find a person who must please everyone? A badge that says, always say yes? Or only open capacity in which the idea of me and you, the request and the answer, appear and dissolve? Speak from that openness. Let your yes be real. Let your no be clean. Everything works better when your words match your capacity. Weather moves, sky remains. Let the dramas move. Remain, and from there, say no when you mean no, yes when you mean yes, and nothing in between.